Hello beautiful people and welcome to the channel, Life After Narc. My name's Debbie and I talk about all things to do with narcissistic, abusive and toxic relationships and looking at this from a healing perspective. I look at this from my own angle, being a survivor of a narcissistic relationship. So that is a woman having had a narcissistic relationship with a man. I'm not here to diagnose narcissistic personality disorder. That needs to be diagnosed by a clinician. I'm here to help you get through your journey, hopefully by my experiences and the healing techniques that I've used. If you are going through physical abuse, I would advise you to contact the necessary authorities to help you with that, as well as a women's aid group or refuge. I will put some contact details in the link below, down under the description. So if you enjoy the video, please click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, please subscribe. So today's topic, feeling alone in the narcissistic relationship. And it's absolutely awful. You feel so alone when you're in this relationship. It's as if you're in a relationship with yourself. Well, you are in a relationship with yourself because this person that you're with, this narcissistic person, mirrors you. They don't really have their own personality. When they meet you and they start love bombing you, they start being you. They start liking what you like, doing what you like. In effect, they are mirroring who you are. They are hollow. They're not a real person. They don't have a real self. They copy what they see and what they feel. They probably told you countless times that they love you. And whatever form of love a narcissist has, it may well have been that, but it's probably your feelings of love being projected onto them that they were picking up from. Remember, in this relationship, you're probably the empath. You're the person that saved them, or that felt that you could help them in life, help them get on with life. But they are just taking supply from you. They're taking everything they can from you. Your home, your food, your car, your ability to love other people, your friends, your social circle, and perhaps even to have you as a trophy on their arm. That's more in the case of a grandiose narcissist. I was with a covert narcissist, so that tends to be a little bit different. But my first partner was a grandiose narcissist, and I'll talk about that in other videos coming up in the future. But you were in a relationship with no reciprocation. You wanted reciprocation. You wanted that person to love you for who you were. You wanted that person to grow with you, not to grow against you. But they were taking, and you were giving. And again, they were hollow. They sucked this all into themselves because they're a hollow person. But you felt alone, always alone, never fulfilled with another person. Even though at the beginning you may well have felt that this is my soulmate, that this is the person I'm destined to be with, and you may have felt that they were the one for you. And they may have even said to you that you're the one for me, you're my everything. You're the favorite person in the world, you're my friend, and so on. But they didn't. Not really. They loved what they could see in you, that they could take from you. Now the relationship is over, the realization of you being alone in that time comes flooding back. Even though you're alone now, you may feel more alone than you were in the relationship, but remember the bad things that happened in that relationship. Remember all of those things, especially if it was a physically abusive relationship. My next was never there for me, not when I needed him the most. He wasn't there. He was within himself. There are two incidents when I felt so alone, and now looking back, I was alone. For the last 2 years of our relationship, my father was very ill, so I was backwards and forwards between where I live and where they live. And while I was there, I was doing a lot of physical care for him, lifting him, moving him from room to room and so on. And my back took a hammering, and I have a herniated disc. And one morning in bed, it went into spasm, and I called him and asked him to please help me get out of bed. And he just stood there blankly, just no expression on his face, just looking at me. There's nothing I can say because I can't say what he was thinking. He was probably thinking nothing. And then after my father passed away at his funeral, my ex was there and did absolutely nothing to help me through the day. Not a kind word, not a kind gesture. Oh, there was one gesture that he made. I was driving behind the hearse and he put his hand on my shoulder. He was sat in the back because my mum was sat next to me, and he put his hand on my shoulder at one point, and that was it for the whole day. He never asked me how I was doing. Was I coping? Did I need help? And I was busy as the eldest daughter, making sure that the guests were fed, that the food was ready, that everybody was able to get the drinks that they needed. And then talking to the guests afterwards, hearing stories about my dad, hearing what everybody had to say. Not once did he come up to me and ask me, do you need anything? Can I get you a drink? Can I get you a plate of food? So in effect, I ate nothing the whole day. My first narcissistic relationship was never there physically. He was always doing things, and he had isolated me very, very well. And I'll be getting into that in the future. But he bought me a gym membership, and I remember that I had more conversations with my trainer than I did with him. When he'd get home from work, he'd go off into his study and play his games and smoke weed, and that's it. I wouldn't see him. I was alone. And narcissists will do what they want when they want. They don't care what you want or what you need. So, as I said, add this to your bad list of things that they did to you. I've spoken in other videos about making lists, and remember, one half of the list is the good things that they did, the other half of the list is the bad things. And you'll probably notice that the good list is a lot shorter than the bad list, which is pages. And when you feel like you want them back, when you're feeling so alone, when you long for them because you felt better with them, but you didn't really, remember that, you didn't really feel better with them. It's just a perception that you have, that there was somebody else in the home with you. Even though they were pretending to love you, they didn't really love you. So look at that list and remember what they did. You can now start to find you again, as I'm doing, and I'm going to therapy, and it is helping so much. And I know we're not all able to get therapy and experience that. It's very expensive. I'm very lucky. I have somebody helping me with the fees. And I'm starting to find myself again. I am starting to heal. I'm starting to become not the me that I was before I met him, but a new me, a more improved me, a better me, a me that has more wisdom and knowledge now, a me that can say, I know what to look for now. And I'm hoping that this knowledge and wisdom that I impart with you will help you on your journey to healing. And if you have any questions, I'd like you to put them down in the comments below if you've got anything that you want to ask, or if there are any topics that you would like me to talk about, and I'll try and bring them into future videos. This channel is a part of that healing journey. I remember when I had left my narcissistic ex in South Africa, I was living in South Africa at the time, I had these thoughts of opening a women's refuge. But life changed, life moved on, and that didn't happen. And now I'm back in the UK. There are places that women can go, Women's Aid, Refuge, and so on. And so my journey's changed slightly, in that I'm doing these videos as my way of giving back to the people that have helped me. So stay strong. You've got this. I promise you've got this. I know you may think you haven't. If they come knocking on your door, don't answer the door. Contact the police. If you're afraid of them, contact the police. But start doing things for you. Join a club, join a group, contact your old friends, find new hobbies, and go outside. Nature is a wonderful healer. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please click the like button. And please support the channel by subscribing. Blessed be.